Yes, the cost of daycare is very expensive. I know. I pay for daycare for one of my kids. I used to pay for daycare for my other kid too. But looking at the cost of daycare versus one potential cost of quitting your job is not looking at the entire picture. Here's a list of a lot of other things that you should be considering if you're thinking about quitting your job after you have kids. First of all, if you have to pay for daycare, that is not just your responsibility. If you have a partner, it's also their responsibility too. So think about how it impacts their income also, not just yours. Kids are expensive. You're probably going to need more money to pay for them. You're probably going to have to take a pay cut if you ever want to go back to work. We don't want to ever think about this, but in case you ever do become single, how are you going to financially care for you and your family? You probably are going to have mom guilt either way. So have mom guilt because you quit your job and you get to stay home with them, or do you have mom guilt because you stayed at work and you don't get to spend all the time with your kids? Being a stay-at-home parent is very, very lonely. I did it for a couple of years. You're going to need some adult stimulation. That sounds weird. You're going to want to talk to some adults, so figure out a way to do that. Do you like your job? This is not something we talk about enough. I think it's very important. If you like your job and it's fulfilling for you and is making you feel like a whole human and you enjoy doing your work, that is also very, very important. Caring for your children, also very, very important. But you can do both. So did you decide to go back to work after you had kids? Are you thinking about quitting your job when you have kids? What did you decide to do?